Hey folks, welcome back to WarThunder. So today's video we're going to be playing the Abrams, the new one, the M1A1 with the 120mm smoothbore Rheinmetall, but not Rheinmetall, Uber gun. I got a small tax rebate from road tax because I had to get rid of my car. So I got the unused road tax that I paid for refunded, and I decided that since I'd already considered that money spent, I would just use it to gold my way to this tank. And Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so glad that I did. I've played about 11 games I think so far in this thing. Golded a bunch of the modules as well, and I also stuck a talisman on it because you know, I imagine that if anything else gets added in the American tree, then this is what I'm going to be using to grind it, and it'll also help me grind the modules out as well. So it's pretty decked out. I don't have the smoke or the rangefinder yet, and I don't have most. I think the only mobility mod that I've got is the suspension, because it just decided to select that as the next thing to grind for some annoying reason, and the tracks. So we're pretty slow, but if you put it into perspective, then a stock Abrams still has over 100 horsepower more than a spaded Challenger 2. Oof. I'm actually in love with this gun. It's just phenomenal, and I'm so happy that God, I'm missing so many of them. Shit.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Is he still there? Or did he run away? Who knows? I'm so happy that the stop! Just stop! Just stay in a place I can shoot you, please. Right, third time's a charm. I'm so happy that they've given this the same gun size as the first Abrams rather than the IP, because right now, as you can see, I've got my range set to 1250. That's because that's the point where the trajectory overlaps the sight line from the optic, and it means that you can fire out flat without having to adjust for gravity or anything out to at least a kilometre range, which for maps like this means that you can quite literally just point and click on everything. Oh, there's loads of them everywhere. Bit high.
Attention to the map.
I'll allow him to live for the time being. Wow, that was this shell is just filthy. Being able to just lol pan the Russians from the front, with the exception of the T-80U, is just amazing. And you can kind of do it with the Challenger 2 as well. Oof, let's leave now, I think we've overstayed our welcome. You can kind of do it with the Challenger 2 as well, but not quite as well. Is that him, or is that a... I think that's a bush or a tree.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, so right now I've got a KD of something like 4 point something with this tank. Like I said, I've played 11 games. This is the 12th game I've played, all in RB, and 2 of them have been double aces. One of the 2 I actually got 11 kills and almost run out of ammo. You'll see both of these games in this video, no doubt. I'll just have to do some post commentary over them. But yeah, I cannot wait for this thing to come up in the sim rotation, because it's going to suit my snipey playstyle down to a T. And for someone like me that plays passively, the lack of armour really isn't that much of a hindrance, because I don't ever try and rely on it anyway. First objective in an engagement is to just not get engaged in the first place. So if you drive around with the mindset that you're made out of tracing paper, then in a tank like this with this gun, you're set. I'm finding myself enjoying it a lot more than the Type 90 as well, which is odd because they're essentially the same thing for all intents and purposes at this point. Compared to the things that they face, they're both made out of paper. They can be penned easily by everything.
The enemy tank has been destroyed. We've captured most of the strategic zones.
I saw one of them over there. He got marked around here, and I saw him going that way, but I went up on top of there to try and head him off because I didn't want to shoot the ground, but he must have doubled back on himself. I feel bad for that one. I think that MG fire was Russian. Well, there's the ace. I've not even been hit, I don't think, this game. So this was the very first game that I played after golding it and getting some mods and decking it out and all that sort of shit. And I'm aware that I'm being a bit of a cunt here doing this, but don't worry, I don't monetize the videos anyway. We're good. I just wanted to get a feel for the gun before I just threw myself into a position where I was going to be reliant on my ability to aim it before having any experience with it. And I really just hate fucking urban maps in general. So if I'm going to abuse a spot that allows me to keep one of the caps held down, then yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's just skip forward a little bit to our first victim. I think that's the first Top 74G that I've seen. Probably because this is the first RB match that I've played in about a week, maybe more. So far, I've fired 2 rounds out of this gun, ever. And they've both killed the target. So, you can probably imagine that up to now I'm pretty pleased with how this tank has turned out. So A is being capped. The reason I came up here was to prevent that from happening. So I now have to kill them before they manage to finish it. Easy peasy. Otherwise I am just kind of wasting my time up here. 3 for 3. Not familiar with the layout of this map yet, so 4 for 4. I'm not sure if I can actually get eyes on wherever that AA is shooting from. Not cleared up with the topography of the map. But they still haven't captured A, so we're doing good. Got a friendly down there, and I think he's in a Challenger. So when there's a friendly down there and there's a friendly on the point, then the enemy are obviously going to focus on them rather than me, unless I've killed them already and they know I'm up here. But I was surprised at how little vengeance there was in this game. I thought that the second I killed someone from this position they'd make a beeline straight back to me and just try and kill me immediately, but well, I do die at the end, as you'll see, but it takes them a while to actually do it. But with the friendly down there, it kind of acts as an early warning for any incoming enemy forces. So right now I can see that something's shooting near him. I'm not sure if it's at him or not, and I'm just struggling to pick it out through all of the trees and bushes and stuff. You can see it shooting there.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
It sounds like a Leopard 2, but I'm gonna guess that it's not engaging the Challenger, otherwise he'd probably be dead by now. And there it is. First shot fired that didn't get a kill. I didn't immobilise that guy, so he was able to get away. And I think the Challenger just set him on fire as the smoke clouds just pop back up. I don't understand what just happened there, because the way that it said I killed his gunner made me think that it was the fire damage that did it, but we saw the smoke plume disappear from the first fire. So what happened exactly? I honestly have no idea. If you've got any idea at all, then let me know in the comments. I'm thinking maybe there was an air RB kill assist fuck up kind of thing going on there, and the Challenger set him on fire the second time and he died because of fire damage, but for some reason it gave me the kill for doing more critical damage before or something. I don't know. That's my best guess. Leopard 2s seem to be a bit of a pain to kill with one shot. Fire damage killed him as well. In a weird way, I could have actually killed both of those leopards with one shot if I'd just not shot them again, because it seemed to be that the first shot did the fire damage that killed them in both cases. So here we go, facing our first spot of retribution. I'm pretty sure that this guy, whatever that is, I think maybe an M47, he must have been someone that I killed earlier that came back, and because he shot me, it marked me on the map, and that's why the rest of them followed it up. It was an M60, an Italian one. But given that the armour is the same as the IP, I was quite impressed by how much damage I was able to take. And this guy here is shooting heat, so that the cloud that he kicks up with his round is so obscene that it takes me ages to actually locate him. And if it hadn't been for that, he switched to APDS to kill me, or you know what I mean, APF SDS. If it hadn't been for that heat round that he fired prior, then I'd have found him in time to kill him or knock his gun out before he could kill me, and I might have been able to get the other one as well. But as it is, I think that was a 6-kill game. So straight into the best game that I've had so far, which I'll warn you in advance is incredibly campy, so there's probably going to be a lot of cuts. First off though, we're going to make our way down to the edge of the river in around D9. As usual when I'm doing this, keep the turret facing where the enemy are going to be, and just keep scanning for targets. And right as I say that, we spot one on the hill. At the time of playing this, I had no idea what this was, And the reason for that is because this is the first instance I've ever had to fight a Challenger 2. Semi-calculated shot on the move, managed to hit his track. Honestly, I was surprised I even managed that, because I don't think I was going to hit him at all, so yeah, happy with that. I will take it, especially given I still don't have a rangefinder. Since the range was good, I'm just going to follow it up. Hit a little bit low, but because the entire hull of that thing is basically just an ammo box, nice easy kill. Now that we've made it to our spot without being intercepted, it's just going to be a case of working this ridge, making sure that we've got the gun depression that we need. Note that this Abrams has 1 degree less than the others, which isn't a huge issue, because 9 degrees is still a lot. But that is one of the very minute areas where it's worse.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
So it's about a minute later now, and we've shifted along the riverbed a little bit. I can see something shifting around up there. I'm just going to make a speculative shot at it. Don't hit the mark, fall a little bit short. And then a chieftain shows up, which to me is immediately a giveaway that it's going to be the guy that was in the Challenger 2. What surprises me though is, why would you pick a chieftain instead of a Challenger 1? Because you must have the Challenger 1 if you have the Challenger 2. Either way, chieftain's an easy kill. This gun really doesn't care about the hull of that thing at all, and I'd wager you might even be able to get through the still brew relatively reliably as well. So this is a mixed game, as you will no doubt have guessed earlier from the fact that there was a Challenger 2. The Abrams actually kind of struggles to kill other Abrams just because there's so much empty space in them, and I think that other Abrams might make up more of the kills that we get in this game than any other tank, which probably lends itself to why we run out of ammo, or we come incredibly close to running out of ammo. It's just a target rich environment right now. I'm basically just winging it with the range based on prior engagements on this map. Getting pretty lucky. I'm not actually sure. I think I've only missed once so far, and that was on that thing up by B. Speaking of which, definitely see guns shooting, muzzle debris. Right now I'm just kind of ducking my head lower than my monitor to try and get eyes on stuff better, because I don't know, it helps weirdly. Roll back into cover. No need to expose any part of the tank when I can just peek over the ridge with binoculars. Add that to our second miss. There's 2 of them. Gonna go for the one that's not moving as much. That guy, considering that was a shot on the move, that was incredibly close. Bradley's helping out quite a bit with spotting. Missing a lot of easy shots here. The ranging lines on this gun sight are so close together that it kind of blocks your view at times. That's the 3rd time now I've shot a Leopard once and it's died to fire damage. I don't know what's going on. Are they forgetting they can put them out? Just leaving it too long to try and get another shot off or something maybe. So the Abrams in the low ground or whatever it was, lost sight of him for now, but I know that he's decapping. But whilst I can make use of the cover from him, I'm gonna try and kill this T-80 or whatever it is. See, I didn't even realise that he was rolling backwards because of how convoluted the lines are making my gun sight. And I don't have the elevation modification for the gun yet, so I'm getting quite a lot of up and down deviation. So the guy on C has popped smoke. Unlikely I'm going to get eyes on, but we'll have a peek and take a look anyway. I think that's a Leopard 205. And that was our last round of M829. 10 rounds of heat left. And we're taking fire. They shot short. I'm in a really tough position right now because the team have basically folded completely. I cannot actually see the guy firing this ATGM at me. He's invisible right now. You'll see him pop in a little bit after I've killed this Gepard. Really proud of this shot on the Gepard, by the way. Absolute perfect center mass shot. And now he's appeared, look, all of a sudden. 9 kills we're on. I think I've got 4 shots left, is that? I can't really read it. And it's a KPZ. I know that his darts can't pan me, so I was just twitching the turret slightly to try and avoid him knocking my gun out. Like that. Okay, and we're back up. And now is when I've actually got 4 rounds left, so I was wrong before. I had to just double check quickly. See, this, if I had a rangefinder and I had some darts left, would have been a prime target, but right now I'm thinking the ammo that I've got is either going to be for really easy stationary kills like this guy, which I still managed to fuck up, or purely for self-defense. Now I just got shot at. I know I can beat the reload of whatever it is. Get that last kill, 11 kills, and I just can't spin around quick enough to kill this G91. It's pretty inevitable, but didn't make it any less annoying. And I'm not even going to bother respawning because the game's now over. Right, so last match from this video, and the second double ace. Not the kind of map I'd ever expect to get a double ace on. I've been getting a lot of really dodgy fucking shots on stuff that should hull break. I know that they've adjusted hull break, but I was playing the Challenger 1 earlier, and I penned an Object 906 5 times, including breaching him twice, and like just nothing. He just disappeared for a bit, repaired, came back. Even he was sympathetic in chat about how much bullshit I was having to deal with. Yeah, I didn't keep the footage for that video because it was just demoralising, but yeah, so we're on 1 assist so far. I'm being far more aggressive than I would normally be, but when you've got a tank that's fast, I find it's just kind of difficult to like stop yourself from using the speed, if you know what I mean. It's like, I'm gonna call it Hellcat syndrome, where you just run around like a fucking headless chicken and kind of hope for the best. Except I do kind of start telling myself off and reeling it back in a bit in a minute. because I realised that any further and I'll be in their spawn. And the game's barely 2 minutes old, which means that there's going to be quite a lot of people around that will be all too happy to kill me. So I'm just going to slightly nose into the cap and decap it, and then just fucking back off a bit and hide, because I know that if I were on the enemy team and I saw that decap start, then I would immediately be swinging around and looking in this direction. BMP2 just around the corner somewhere. Q heat for the second round, because I fucking know how these hull break vehicles can fuck you now. That whole fly daily meme with no armor is best armor is, you know, it is kind of a sad state of affairs when memes are actually, well, true. This guy, I don't know where he came from, why he was heading in that direction, or how the hell he missed all that smoke and that BMP dying right next to him. But I'll take the kill, so yeah, no skin off my nose. Got this house for cover now. Mindful of them all coming up from their spawn. Dirty snapshot in third person. And there's a Leopard 2 with him as well. Leopard just fired. His attention is on someone else. Push and take the kill. I fucking love the gun sound when you're actually in the gun sight for this 120mm. It's the same with the Leopard as well. Just sounds so good. Such a iconic thump. It's kind of like the top tier equivalent of the IS-2 gun sound. So the T-64 is still there. This is one of the situations where playing with sim optics is kind of a disadvantage, because I physically cannot aim at him because the house would block my view. So for stuff like this you kind of have to shoot third person, and I twitch quite a lot in third person. I need that zoom to sort of smooth it out a bit. Bounce on him, that was unfortunate. So for the more precise, I have to use the binoculars to just try and reel it in. So precise. And there we get him, that's his third fire. Just leave him to die now. It looks like he was hitting far enough along the side of my turret that he was basically just shooting through the length of the side armor and not doing any damage. So he burnt to death. We backed off a little bit just to have a breather, really, I guess. And now we've rolled back through to just to the side of where the Russian tank was. We've got this little berm in front of us for some hull cover. We've got quite a lot of trees and bushes to break up our outline. Really not sure how we bounced that, unless he doesn't have the top shell yet. And then Kamikaze BMP, I'm not sure if he knew I was there or not, but it seemed like he did. I'm not sure why he carried on. I think in a lot of instances like that, if you're in it, Russians are known for their bad reverse speed, and I think that he must have just thought, well, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going to be able to reverse away any faster than I can push ahead, so he might as well get some shots in and try and kill me. It just didn't work out for him very well. Got a track on that thing, Shilka I think, so I've switched to heat to try and run it down, but I think he managed to slide a little bit further around the corner so that I can't see him. And I was originally concerned that this might be an actual tank, but it's ZSU-57, which can potentially do me some harm from the front, but not if I don't give him a chance to. I didn't even get the hit count for that, which is odd. very surprised that I actually killed him because I wasn't expecting it to, and it was a terrible shot because of my twitchy third person aim, but he's dead. Not sure why you'd bring a whirlwind into top tier, but I guess hull break again. I don't know what the hell they've done to it, but there's no way on earth that shouldn't have been a kill. I don't understand how he set me on fire then either. Looked like it was at the back. I'll have to check that in the protection analysis later. But at this range he'll have like probably less than 40 mil of pen. Match is well and truly winding down now. We've got target rich, lots of hull breakable SPA, which of course means that they'll just tank all of my shells in a stupid way and not die. Trying to hit his radar dish there to see if it splashed down, but I wasn't actually expecting it to, and I missed anyway, so you know, no surprises there. And he just rotated at just at the right time. I think this is a Tunguska, so I'm slightly concerned. He might even still have spawn protection on. He only managed to destroy my roof 50. And then he died to that bomb. Bit of a waste of a shell, but heat's free, so I don't care. And then again, hull broke fucking me again. Like, why? If he had died there, it would have been another 11 kill game. 58% win rate. Okay, so we've dipped a little bit, but we've died 10 times and we've got 49 kills. Nearly a kill to death ratio of 5. This thing is just like when the original Abrams 105 was first started, people were saying that it was easy mode. This is just a different kind of easy mode. You can die quite easily. It'll still take a bunch of shots to kill you, but they shouldn't have any trouble immobilizing you or knocking your ability to fire back out. It's just that if you catch them first, then you're going to struggle to lose. So if you know what you're doing, you know the maps, and you've got some semblance of, you know, sense, I guess, then this tank is just fucking ridiculous. Put my little M4 carbine up on the roof there. I did want to buy some more camos, but I ran out of gold, so I just got this one. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.